Hey guys, what is up? And Shadolance back for another review. Today I'm going to be doing the M99 Bigshot for the second time. As you guys may recognize, this is the same gameplay from before, once again, because this is a shit gun. And I do not want to ever have to use this gun again, and the gameplay was actually fine the first time. It's still accurate to how the gun performs, so I saw no reason to update the gameplay, but the audio style definitely needed some work. Also, obviously, the intro is better. So first of all, this is the only GP gun to both have a damage and accuracy of 100. So in theory, this gun is the best gun in the game, but there's a lot of downsides to it, and literally those two upsides don't cover even a quarter of them, which is the biggest problem. Now, you may be wondering why am I not going to compare this to the M99 too? It's because the guns perform so differently. I'm going to be comparing it to the ZVI Falcon instead because of something that I'll bring up in just a second. But first I'm going to go over the M99 Bigshot's stats. So the damage, like I said before, is 100. Portability of 31 is pitiful. Rate of fire of 16 is actually quite high, but it's limited for a reason you'll see once again in just a moment. The accuracy is 100, so it has a perfect accuracy, and to be honest, that's actually quite accurate, if I do say so myself. It does appear to have a 100 accuracy. The shots very rarely miss, and the spread recovery is quite fast, to be honest. The recoil is 66, but it doesn't matter, A, because it's bolt action, and B, because of the thing I'm going to finally point out right now, is that it has a base ammo capacity 1 of 19. You heard me right. 20 total shots with only 1 shot per magazine. You cannot put any customizations on this. It already has the scope, no silencer because of the muzzle at the end, like the regular M107 has and the other M99 variant has. And also, well, you can't put an extended magazine on it because the intention of this gun was to have it have pretty good stats, damage of 100 and accuracy of 100, but 1 shot per magazine. So that's the biggest problem. Now, there are a lot of other things that I don't like about this gun. One, it actually tanks a lot. This thing gets tanked so often, it's painful. It makes the gun almost unusable, and with the only 1 shot per magazine, you can't even effectively quick switch with it. Now, granted, it has lightning fast spread recovery, and the spread overall is very small, actually. So no scoping with this gun is actually quite easy, and also quick scoping with this gun for the 1 shot you have available is also quite good, especially at closer ranges where it's a much more consistent 1-shot kill. But the damage drop-off is so bad that it gets tanked like crazy. It's not even that usable of a gun. Now, thankfully, it's not the highest ranked weapon in the world. It is Second Lieutenant 1, so you have access to this gun fairly early. Most people should get a chance to try this gun at some point during their combat arms career. It does have that 3 times magnification scope, which is better for quick scoping, in my opinion, than the higher magnification one, similar to the TPG-1 Pro. But one other thing I would like to point out about this gun is that just in general, it's only good for camping mostly. You don't want to be running around with this gun, A, because it's heavy, B, because it only has the 1 shot per mag, and obviously this is not going to be very, very useful for trying to take on large groups of enemies at once. Fortunately, it's not the most expensive sniper in the world, as you might actually not expect, because it seems like it would be a very expensive rifle given what it's intended to be for. It's only about 6,000 GP for 7 days. That's not incredibly expensive. It's not obviously cheap because it's a sniper rifle, but there are better ways to look at it. Glass half empty, glass half full. Where's half my lemonade is more like I'd be asking, but anyway. It was released in the Cover of Darkness update. That was at the end of 2012, so yeah, just in general, it's a GP rifle. Most people should get a chance to use it. There's not really a ton to say about this weapon, but I said I would compare it to the ZVI Falcon, so I will go ahead and do that now. Now this, on the other hand, is quite the expensive little sniper. For 7 days, it is upwards of 12,000 GP. Now, the reason I'm comparing this to the Bigshot is because it only has 2 shots per magazine, 2 of 20, so it has a total of 22 shots, so you get the 2 extra shots. However, the stats quite resemble the M99 Bigshot. The damage is 100 and is very consistently a 1-shot kill, although obviously because of tankers and heavy vesters it gets tanked from time to time. Even at maximum range, it has a very high consistency to be a 1-shot kill. The portability is 32, so not even that much higher than the Bigshot, only 1 point higher, I do believe. So it's still a very unportable gun. The rate of fire is 16, however, so making use of that second shot is actually possible. And then the accuracy is a base 98. It also has a very fast spread recovery, and is also quite useful for quick scoping at relatively close ranges. However, the overall spread is larger. The recoil is 65, but once again, it's a bolt-action sniper, so it doesn't matter. Also, the ZVI Falcon is one of the few guns to have the M200 scope. I was mentioning during my M200 review that I was pretty sure there were other guns that have it. The ZVI Falcon does have the M200 scope, the little arrow in the middle, and actually I quite like that scope for snipers. It gets a lot of grief. It's a very high magnification scope, one of the highest magnifications in the entire game, and to be honest, I love it. Even for quick scoping, I just feel like the way the scope is shaped, it's very, very effective, and I like it. So, in all honesty, the ZVI Falcon is a pretty good gun. Obviously, there are others I would take over it because of the ammo capacity limitations, but it is a very nice gun. It's very usable, unlike the M99 Bigshot, which tanks more often than not, even though it is supposed to theoretically have perfect damage and perfect accuracy. I don't find either of those any of those reasons to be particularly useful. I just don't feel like it shouldn't be as bad as it is. I feel like they should have done a lot more buffing to that weapon. It's just an issue that I find with some weapons these days. The ZVI Falcon also cannot be customized in any way due to the scope and the muzzle brake, and also the magazine cannot be increased, although that would be kind of awesome. That's about all I really have to say about either of these two guns. Thank you for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe as you see fit. I definitely appreciate the support. Thank you guys for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Shadolance out.